Happy Friday, everybody. How we doing today? Let's see what we got here. Christina, hey, Martin Wright, thank you very much. We appreciate that. Wow, thank you. Uh,
Oops.
Randy Rhines here. After a 3 week absence. Happy to have you back, Randy. Torp made it. What's going on? Well, hey, Tony Greensteiner
Hey,
made it.
everybody.
Let's
Thank
get
you, Martin.
let's
That's
get
so nice. And you made like my favorite suggestion of radar alarm. Kevin L. Happy 4th. Spray bomb. Spray bomb. You didn't get your songs in last week. We do have the finished list. I will make a Spotify and share it on, give it to Brian to share. Hey,
yeah,
Torp.
and,
Hey,
and
Tony G. Becky.
and the songs that didn't win, that's just side two. There's no bad songs. It was just like,
Hey,
and,
Howie.
and a lot of mine didn't make it. It's like a lot of mine didn't even. What Squealer didn't get any, did it? Maybe one. That's like one of
Yeah,
my
it was like
favorite songs. It's from the Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap album.
I wanted to do a super list today to make it like, 20 songs, but hey, Donnie Curry's in here.
Hey, what's going on, Donnie?
I wanted to do a super list to get it to 20 songs, but YouTube will only let you put up 5.
Huh. Oh yeah, 'cause she wanted to get it to 20. So
Shaky, PPSS,
hey,
Joe
what's going on,
Dags,
Shake? So we'll put up a couple more.
Henry.
It's actually fun having polls during the week. Maybe you ought to do a couple more, and that way you'll get it to 20.
Well, we'll
And
do this list, and then we'll just
keep going.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got some more.
CBGG,
Kim and I were talking about ones we didn't even
Tuhani,
bring
Paul
up or
White.
find. Paul, what's going on? Kevin, Henry.
So everybody keep making suggestions.
Yeah,
I'll scroll through them and put them up.
yeah. We'll still put
Or maybe
polls
I'll
up.
just make a Spotify list and you can just put that up.
One of my favorite songs that we didn't even think of today, and Kim stole it for
Hey,
her
Martin.
list. Free, all right now. Now, come on, that's an awesome driving song. And Kim stole it. She took it as her own and put it on her list today because we're making our own lists too.
So we'll put the Spotify list out. Make an MP3. Make it play 8 hours.
Wow, that's a big one.
Not the long one.
That's a heck of a commitment, yeah.
I don't know how many songs Spotify will let you put on the list.
Well, we'll find out. It's
Maybe
just
we can
kind
get
of
our
fun.
kid to burn a couple CDs.
Do people even have CDs anymore?
Well, I know Lonnie does because Lonnie said in the comments that he still has a CCR.
I still have a CD player, and
that's right, Howie, American Pie. That's one of my favorite songs of all time.
I mean, my music taste is all over the map.
Hey, Floyd.
I have my son burnt me a CD a few years ago. The very first,
Ryan said CDs. Question mark and laugh. Hey, one.
Well, my son burnt me one a lot of years back.
Pug. I'm sorry.
You're being rude to me at this point, honey.
You can just keep talking, Brian. You can just keep talking. I'm gonna leave.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, okay. Well, you have to. Howie Mook made it. What's going on? One's in the house. What's going on, buddy? I don't even know. They're worth money, aren't they? 8 tracks, are they worth money? Oh, are we having okay.
Hey, David.
Yo, David Soloway made it. What's going on, buddy? Chris, what's going on?
Hey, Chris.
Yo, Don, what's going on, buddy?
Don, can you believe American Girl didn't make it on the top 3? I mean, all the songs are good, but American Girl, I know you're a Tom Petty fan.
What was the one from the first one that we were shocked didn't make it? Well, they tied. They had a tie. And then when we stopped the poll, people still voted. It ended up losing, but it was already over, so we just kept it what it was.
Hey, Tim Windsor.
Which one was that?
Flirting with Disaster.
Flirting with Disaster with and Hot Rod Lincoln. Now I like Hot Rod Lincoln.
No, Hot Rod Lincoln came in second.
What was it?
Hot Rod Lincoln came in second. It was Crazy on You, I think.
No, LaGrange, right?
Oh, yeah, LaGrange.
LaGrange and Flirting with Disaster barely hung on the tie. But even after it was all over, people kept voting. And Hot Rod Lincoln. Now that's like a fun song and stuff like that. But how can it beat LaGrange? I mean, a little band from Texas. We're talking about ZZ Top, man.
I just bought CDs not that long ago. Well, I guess when you think about it, relatively, it's been a couple years.
It's been a long time. I still play those CDs I was talking about that Jonathan burned me. And it's like that music's all over the map. I mean, everybody likes Motorhead. We found that out. I love Motorhead. And it's like mainstream's like Ace of Spades, but it's like I like Built to Speed. I don't know if any of you guys know that song. I mean, it's like, but I love Ace of Spades just like everybody else, but that's like mainstream Motorhead. But there's a song.
Oh, Chaz, how can you say ZZ Top? Never did anything for you. Chaz.
Wow. Wow. Listen, after you said that, Chaz, you probably got Jim Neighbors in your CD collection.
You like that, Rodley? Like, I made a list up, and I know you guys probably wouldn't like some of the songs I have on my list. Everybody has their own taste.
Everybody has their own list. It's just fun. It's fun trying to put as many of the pieces from everybody into one thing.
Randy Ryan, I do have Cher on my list. I have Turn Back Time. I love Cher. These are songs that you just turn up the radio and sing. Hey, Mark.
Simon and Garfunkel. That's Kim likes Simon and Garfunkel, Gordon. I think they're okay.
Hey, Andy.
Now, was Simon the one that went off on his own in the 80s and did that?
Yeah.
What was that chorus that he used to do it with? Were they from Africa or something like that? Simon and what was it? You don't know?
It's
some kind of chorus or something.
Yeah.
Hiroski, yes. Trooper, yes. Finally, Hiroski's with me. Look, Kim, some Iron Maiden. Kim was saying, well, nobody's picking Iron Maiden either. It's like, there's so many. It's like whenever Iron Maiden has a concert, it's sold out in seconds, and there's like 20,000 people standing outside trying to hear. So I'm with you, Hiroski. Iron Maiden.
There you go. One said it. Diamonds on the soles of her shoes. That was the song. Hey, Kansas Okie. Mr. B's here.
On what song, honey?
Paul Simon. Diamonds on the soles of her shoes.
Oh, Diamond. Okay. All right. I don't know the names of the songs. Oh, yeah. Well, we had Grand Funk Railroad, but did we even put that on the list?
I don't know. You can only put 5 up at a time.
See, yeah, we could only put 5 up at a time. Kim was trying to get a 10-pole thing going, but they only allow 5. So we can keep it going. I mean, there's a whole bunch more. But yes, Grand Funk Railroad, Some Kind of Wonderful we talked about that one last week. Drinking in Public ticket. Is that a song, or did you get a ticket for drinking in public, Chris?
That sounds interesting, Becky. Tim Windsor has Iron Maiden on his bucket list. Put them in the Iron Maiden.
I saw him in 87. I think it was either 86 or 87. And now that I think about it, it could even have been 88. It was in Pittsburgh. And it was before Yngwie Malmsteen actually joined the band. He played with them all the time. They couldn't get nobody to open, so he opened for Iron Maiden. But everybody knows he also plays with Iron Maiden. So
Yes, I do have a cricket, Henry. Chaz wants to know he doesn't get any credit for Iron Maiden.
yeah, you get credit for Iron Maiden.
I like Barry Manilow. I do.
Well, see, that falls into what I was talking about. It's like my like of music. It's all over the map.
All right, I'll look for him, Becky.
I'll even listen to some country. I like some country music once in a while. The old stuff.
Well, I think Country Boy had an audio slave song, and I didn't know that one, but I like a Stone by Audio Slave.
Oh, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be.
Hank Williams.
Absolutely.
Oh, I mean,
senior and junior, Tony. For me, I like them both.
John Denver.
Oh, hey, listen, Larry, I'm with you, man. I love me some Neil Diamond. One of my songs for our karaoke was "Forever in Blue Jeans." We used to go to karaoke on Fridays, long before we were on YouTube. And I did "Forever in Blue." One of my songs was "Forever in Blue Jeans" by Neil Diamond. Kim always did "Rain and Men." What was your other one?
Goodbye, Earl.
Goodbye. Kim used to do "Goodbye, Earl." It's "Rain and Men." And what was the one we did together? We used to do
Love Shack.
Yeah, we used to do the Love Shack together. My regular ones was Big Jim. I can do Jim Croce pretty good. I'm pretty good. I'm just going to tell you. And Leroy Brown.
Oh, Brown Eyed Girl, that's a good one.
I used to do those ones. And Neil Diamond. And I did I used to do Hank Williams Jr., whatever, after I get a half a load on, I'd sing anything.
Wow, is Willie Nelson that old? I didn't realize.
Tin Roof Rusty.
Hey, Daniel.
Daniel, how you doing, brother? Thanks for coming in.
Kevin L. I was thinking about that today.
Robbie's still singing the B-52s.
What? Tin Roof Rusty. George Thorogood, George Thorogood was back in the 80s when I was in high school still. He was just about 20 minutes away. He used to play around here all the time. Oh, thanks, Tony.
I'm just going to bring like a little speaker.
Bye, Mr. B.
Take it easy. All right. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Ring of Fire's a good one.
I used to have I have a little speaker. I'm just going to bring places because when I'm driving that car, I can't hear anything. And I got to do something about that tinning. I can't take that much longer. Without the door stuff on there, I got to put door cards on because it's like it's like picking up the hair on the back of my neck. I did have a blast driving it to work today, though.
Don't Stop Me Now. That's a good one.
Don't stop me now. We're
I'm tingling, Howie. What is your mom? Can your mom stand you tonight? Is she in the room with you? Mama one? Oh, that's cool, Chaz.
That is cool.
How's the Nova doing?
Well, I'm just going to get ready to get back on that real soon. That's all I could tell you. It rained for 10 days straight, and I don't have the garage cleaned out. So how do you think it's going? And Kim and I went over to the parts store, what was this, the fourth time? And they still don't have my gas tank for my C30. So I'm going to just work on getting the straps ready this weekend for that. And maybe clean up the shop a little bit. You can't even walk in there. And we'll see. Maybe we'll cut the trunk floor out this weekend. We'll see. We'll take a look at it and see. But it's supposed to rain for 3 days straight again. So who knows? I'm gonna have to clean out the shop so I don't have a weather restriction. Maybe I get one of them tents, one of them summit tents. We tried to. Kim bought sails from Costco last year. We tried to put them across to the garage. That did not work.
That's because of the way they're hung up. If we just took them down and just tied them, they would be fine.
These are them for what? See, I can lose bits and pieces of the conversation.
Yeah, Lonnie, I like CCR too, and I don't think anybody said there might have been one CCR, but I went back through the live last week and wrote down what everybody said in chat, but we ran out of time.
See, I'm on for everything you just named. Alabama, I love Alabama. You see that mountain over there? One of these days, I'm going to climb that mountain. I love Boston too. Bob Seger's another one. Yeah, they're all good. We got some. Like I said, I'm all over the map. I like so many different kinds of music.
Yeah, they have those for for sliding doors too. One, I haven't seen them for garage doors, but I guess it's the same principle. Sticks. We didn't have any stick songs.
I know, and there's some good stick songs out there. What are a couple of the popular ones? Well, Mr. Roboto, but what's the other?
Sail On.
Sail On, yeah.
There's a lot of
Foreigner, Journey. I love Molly Hatchet, Daniel.
Now one singing Elvira.
My heart is on fire.
Ellen's in Seesaw, Alabama.
That's not Alabama. That's the Oak Ridge Boys, right? Who sings Elvira?
I think it's the Oak Ridge Boys.
I think that's the Oak Ridge Boys one. Look at that. Puglisi's first concert was the Oak Ridge Boys. Oh, Kansas. I like Kansas too, Larry.
David Bowie. That's another good one.
Bob Edgar.
I think he meant Seeger.
Bob Seger.
Did you mean Seeger, Tony G? Connie Marie was Randy Ryan's first concert.
I think those two liked each other a little too much as brother and sister. Cheap Trick. I also enjoy Cheap Trick, Daniel.
Edgar Winter Group. I think we put Frankenstein up, and it didn't move on. Hey, Harry.
That's not true, Martin. I could go out there right now and shock you. I've got stuff laying all over the floor from like the last 3 or 4 jobs, and I got to go back and I got to redo a couple jobs. I bent those hangers for the gasser just to hold when I change the exhaust to turn out, and the location of the holes ain't right. It's just going to keep coming loose because I'm kind of like bending them like this. So I ordered 4 new ones. 4 new hangers, and I'm just going to rehang everything. Probably do that over the weekend too, while it's raining. I got raining jobs all lined up.
Chaz had a good video out this week. That was really nice of him to mention everybody in his video.
Yeah, that was nice of him.
He mentioned a whole bunch of people that are in here tonight.
He did. Oh, Joan Jett. There's a couple good songs by Joan Jett. Torp.
And he was nice enough to mention me, even though I'm not a car channel. That was so nice of him.
I thought so. You don't have any stickers, though. He wants one of your stickers. You got to make a sticker. You said no stickers.
No stickers.
She doesn't want any stickers.
Spray Bomb's first concert was Aerosmith. I like old Aerosmith. I don't like their 90s stuff.
My first concert was with my buddy John, and his aunt Bunky took us, and it was The Firm. Robert Plant with The Firm.
Robert, oh no, Robert Palmer has some good music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, The Firm, they had, what was the one big song they had? Oh my goodness, you'll know it as soon as I say it. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Now I have to look it up. It'll drive me crazy.
Alan Parsons Project. I remember Alan Parsons Project. Santana. That's a good one. Simply irresistible.
Radioactive. That's The Firm. Satisfaction Guaranteed. All the King's Horses.
Oh, that's cool, Becky.
So they were pretty.
Henry, that's a good song by Robert Palmer. These are all good songs. All of them are good. You'd have to have like millions of channels, millions of saved songs in your Spotify, Amazon playlist.
Well, Stuart brings a lot of energy, David. So I can't disagree. But I mean, I've seen AC/DC probably about 5 times, and I've never had a bad show from AC/DC. Devo. Oh yeah. Peekaboo.
Martin Wright. Still don't understand why women complain about building a V8 on the kitchen table. Don't worry, Martin. My basement's full of car parts and tires. He didn't think I saw him bring the tire down here the other day.
Well, I stuffed it behind it. I put it behind the steps. So it's not in anybody's way. You can kind of smell it if you go back there to do the laundry. You guys know the tire smell. But what am I going to do? I've got to wait and pray that they make them again, because I have to buy another one. And I'd like to get traction tires back on my car for street driving, because I mean, it's a little sketcy with those drag radials, man. You build a motorcycle in their kitchen. I don't think I can get away with that, Harry. I don't think I can get away with that. I'd give it a shot, but I don't think it'd work real well. Were you married at the time or just dating at the time? They tolerate more when you're just dating.
Did you bring them paddle?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I guess I've been rude with the paddle. It's sitting right there. Beer assistant. I need a beer assistant. She's being all because I had to scold her for cutting me off 30 times in a row, and then now it's all my fault. You guys know how that works.
You don't scold me.
Well, my version of scolding you, whatever it is. Ooh. Well, you're going to defend yourself to Robbie? Did you see what Robbie just said?
Robbie's my song partner. Even on days we don't talk about music, he always feeds me song lines. So I'll let that slide.
This is great. Oh my goodness.
I turned you off, see? I turned you off.
Wow.
I'm just following chat.
Does the chat still work when it's doing that?
Yeah.
I bet it starts falling behind. She shut off the show. I mean, she's here, so she knows what's going on, but she's shut off the show. She said, I'm turning you off. Well, that's fine.
Roasty.
Yep, it's the truth.
Yes, you did get a mention from Chaz.
Hey, Roski, another thing, I might even make a video of it. I might try to make a fan shroud. My buddy got the garage down the street. He has a 2001. I told you everybody else last week, but I don't think you were here last week. He had it's like an early 2000, one of those Lincoln STX, or you know what I'm talking about, the crossover Lincolns from the early 2000s. He bought a fan for it, but all he needed was for his personal vehicle, and all he needed was the module out of it. So he's had the fan sitting up in his rafters for like 5 years. He's like, here, take, because I was telling him about your video and using a Ford Taurus fan. He goes, well, what about this fan? It looks pretty beefy. I might try to make something out of it similar to what you got. See if that helps any. Although it wasn't bad. It was pretty hot today, and I rode the car to work and to and from. I don't think it got over 210, but you know, if given the choice, sure, I'd like it to be down around 190. I don't think I'm going to get 20. I don't think no matter what I do, I'm going to get 20 degrees. I just think it's a big block. It's radical, and with the internal parts, I think I can. I think 200, 205 is achievable, but I don't know about 190. It's a little rowdy.
Wish your wife a happy birthday from us, Lonnie, and I think you should take her. Well, I like McDonald's, but I think you should take her somewhere nicer. I like both Wendy's and McDonald's. The dogs like Wendy's better because you know you got to get them a cheeseburger if you go.
The ice cream machine's broken at McDonald's. That's a true story.
5 minutes. Mrs. K is on the ball. Mrs. K.
What's 5 minutes?
Oh, I gotta get the number. She gives us a 5-minute warning so we can be prepared.
I don't know with the car driving it today. I don't know if I can get it fast enough to where I don't get pulled over to have it in fifth gear yet. Because I tried hitting fifth gear on the Commodore Barry Bridge. I get on the on ramp of a bridge that comes from New Jersey, and then I just get right back off. But you got like a mile stretch, a little less than a mile. And I tried to wind it up and get it into fifth, and it wanted more from fourth before fifth. When I hit fifth gear, the RPMs dropped way down. I mean, down around. I don't know how accurate that Dan Garlett's tack is. Let's be honest. I mean, how accurate could it be? But you can just tell. Not only the number on attack was like, it wasn't even 1100 when I hit fifth gear. It just, everything went way down. I just don't think that I have it wound up enough, because I'm obviously trying not to speed, but 60 miles an hour, 55, 60 is not going to work for the overdrive. It's going to have to be about a 75 mile an hour deal, I think.
Hey, Two Babe. Just in time, Two Babe. Getting ready to give away the stickers in a couple minutes.
1 minute. See, I'm on the ball now, too.
Only because of Mrs. K.
Probably.
You could get her the Grimace milkshake. Did you see the Grimace milkshake? It's purple.
I probably can't have that. That's probably got too much sugar in it.
Randy Ryan wants to know what your rear ratio is.
456. But I have 30.3 inch diameter tires, and it's with those big giant tall tires, it wants to wind out a lot more. Like, I mean, your third gear, I could take third gear way up, and that's so far third gear is my favorite gear in that car. Because you can get it just pulls really, really hard. It pulls really hard, and you can really wind it up in the third, hit fourth, and then it's just like you start to take off. And That's when I have to back down, slow it down, and we're gonna wait on that. we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it at a racetrack, not on the street. Oh yeah, I have it wrote down somewhere, Robbie. I'm not sure, but right now I don't. For breaking in and what I'm doing right now, I don't really need fifth gear. I just got the kick. I guess we're ready for the giveaway. So obviously we're doing our stickers and our magnet. All right, we got this sticker. You guys know them well, and the magnet. All right. Kim got the number ready. I need a number between 1 and 50 for the stickers and the magnet. Go.
Oh, there it is. Becky Robinson.
Robertson. Becky Robertson. Here, honey. 21.
Woohoo, Becky.
Woo, Becky. So, do we have your address, Becky? Do we have? Email me your address, and we'll get the stickers up to you. I'll let me. It's on my home page, and I'll type it in here. I always do that. I forget to click it. I start typing. There. So you can send it to jedclampett32@yahoo.com or jedclampett32@gmail.com. They both link up directly to the phone. Feel free to just shoot me an email with your address, and then you'll have mine because there's a return address on there, and you'll make our Christmas card list. How about that? And you get these nifty stickers and a refrigerator magnet.
A lot.
Huh?
21 has been called a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. This is the 5th time.
Actually, the 32 was my age when that email was created. I've had that Yahoo email for 21, 22 years. But it's the same one for Gmail. So you can do jedclampett32@gmail.com.
Too big.
Doesn't matter. They both link up to the phone. Woo!
Weddings are fun when you know a whole bunch of people.
Dan, I wish I was. You know how long it took me to get tires after my tire blew up? I had to wait 2 weeks, but I'm working on it. I drove it to work today. No door glass yet. I'm working on getting the door glass starting next week. I might work some overtime because I have to get door cards and I have to quiet them doors down because they rattle real bad because that car shakes like a heck. And it's just driving. I was telling these guys earlier, it makes the neck hair stand up. But it's a blast to drive. Let me tell you how it pulls. Hey, you should know.
Right too, babe. So my niece is a nurse. She's an ER nurse. She's what, 20? She'll probably be getting married soon too. She's 23, 24.
More?
Yeah, 24.
She's 24.
Yeah, Danny does have a cool car.
Do. You could throw them at like targets too, and they stick, dude. I love the race car things. I'm just the vibration. I have to do something. The tin. You guys know what the tin sound. I did put the sound deadener in the roof. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and get carpet set, I guess. And I can quiet it down that way. But until I get door glass, there's no sense in any of that.
She's got a boyfriend one. I think they're pretty serious.
I actually have a nice set of aviation earmuffs at work. I'm gonna see if I can get a pair on Amazon, like the ones I got at work. They have, the speaker and everything where you can talk to the person beside you and you can listen to music and everything else with them. I see you wearing headphones all the time, Dan.
Well, it's Henry has been in here for 88 Fridays. That's pretty good.
He missed one. Remember about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Didn't you miss one, Henry? Like 3 weeks ago, we're like, "Where's Henry?"
He didn't say in a row. He just said 88.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Big Job's not here. He wasn't here last week either. Where's Big Job been? I hope he's okay.
He messaged me on Facebook. He put yeah, I'm telling you, he's working. He hauls asphalt all summer, honey. He works the back half shifts. You know how those truckers are building highways and stuff, and you drive by.
See, one said the same thing. It's paving season.
Yeah.
You are something else.
I tell you, man. Big Job Ford. He's probably one of the hardest working guys I know. I mean, he's just old school. I mean, his wing was falling off last year, and he wanted to keep working. You do all right, one. You do all right.
Well, Chaz, you've been in here for a lot of Friday nights too. This is a good group.
Sure is.
Yeah, they did open 95 in Philly. It took them less than 2 weeks to get that road fixed. Well,
yes.
Not fixed, but
yes, one.
What was it? 2 weeks for them to fix 95, 6 lanes?
It's incredible what they did. They put this I mean, you guys get the news up there in Canada about. Did you see what happened down here in the Philadelphia area where the truck went under the overpass and it melted the highway and it collapsed the whole highway? It crippled the whole metropolitan area. Well, they make this glass am I going to say the word right, honey? Aggregate. They make this glass aggregate locally down in Eddystone, like 2 minutes from my work, and they backfilled the whole area with it. They built up walls and they backfilled it with aggregate or this glass aggregate and paved it. And it's a temporary 3-lane highway to keep the traffic moving. And
3 lanes on each side.
Huh?
3 lanes on each side.
3 lanes on each side. Excuse me, Kim's right. 3 lanes on each side. And they're building the highway on the outside of it for 3 lanes each. And when that's done, they'll move the traffic there and then they'll dig all that stuff back up and fix it right. It's just incredible what they were able to do. It's one of those modern feats that you just don't believe until you see it.
Yes, she's my Italian side niece. It's my sister's daughter. And Robbie likes the way that Don did a video about it's your fault that you bought a 4-door car.
That is a cool 4-door car, though. Solid black. I just seen the floor, and it was in one of the car groups on Facebook. It's like, man, that's in Columbus. That's right down the street from Don. So I texted him. I'm like, yo, Don, there's this Florida guy selling it, and it's, he wanted what he paid for it when he bought it. And floors ain't that cheap no more. So I shot Don a message and he ended up buying everything the guy had.
That's the one.
What's that?
The cowgirl's daughter. Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
Am I cooking for the 4th? Actually, we're gonna have like a winter dinner for the 4th.
We're having like an Easter dinner. We bought all these extra hams. Like after the holidays, the hams are like $25 to $50, and then after the day after the holiday, they're like $7 or $8. So we bought a couple of them, and we need the freezer space, so we're gonna make one Sunday.
Hey, Old School's Garage.
Yo, Old School, what's going on, man?
Evening from Florida. How's the weather down there? Daniel's down there. Robbie's in Louisiana. It's been pretty nice up here this summer so far. Yeah, we're not going anywhere either, Howie. Ooh, fish fry and shrimp boil.
Those are big in Wisconsin. They like doing those big fish fries in Wisconsin. My buddy Mike always talks about that. That's where he's from.
Hot as hell in Florida, Daniel
And I
says.
bet it is.
You can come anytime you want, Martin. And Randy Ryan's like, he's waiting for you to invite him for a cookout. So
Anytime. Yeah, we'll do something. Let me know when you're
something on the
coming.
grill.
Jazz was like, "Yo, I'm stopping by." I just grabbed the dust rag, cleaned the house a little bit, not very much, and he come over and we had a show. I don't care. You want to come by? Come by. I don't care.
Well, it's hot down south. We've been lucky so far, I guess. Dry, dry, dry. You could have some of our rain, Robbie.
I got to start hanging that sheet metal so I can get my garage floor space back. I got to get that on that car so I have my spot back. I'm like walking sideways in the shop.
Uh-oh. Howie's wife and daughter are in Florida, so he's in bachelorhood right now.
Uh-oh.
I can't complain
I
about
was
the
going to
weather.
go, Randy. I don't think I'm going this year. Like I said, after that we got hit with that tax bill, and I'm just like, nah, yeah, maybe next year.
Oh, man. Kevin's gotten hit with 116 heat index.
Ooh. That's like at Texas and Oklahoma and all that. I used to go to visit my father
Howie.
in Texas. And in the summertime, it's unbearable. You have to, just like in the north, when you have to have heat in the wintertime, you have to have air conditioning. In the south, it's just, you can't live without it.
I hear Martin over there in Europe, they're getting hit with hot weather this year. That's crazy. Hotter in Texas and Louisiana, probably Oklahoma too, because that's where Kevin is in the Sahara Desert.
Yeah. Now, Dan was talking about this cruise the coast. Does anybody in here do that one? That cruise the coast one? I mean, to do something like that, you'd have to have your car trailered out there. Just have a company pick it up and take it out there for you, so you can cruise it down the coast.
No, he's not a Texan, Mrs. K. His dad lived in Texas.
My father lived in Texas.
He lived in Pennsylvania.
I got 3 brothers in Texas, 2 stepbrothers and 1 blood brother, and I have a brother here. Now, my brother here in this area, he said that he might be able to do power tour with me, because I wouldn't want to go by myself, and he and Kim's not going to do that. So he said he would probably do it. So I might do that next year. I'm hoping they do one up here in the Northeast at some point. They used to do it like 2014 or 2015. They did Connecticut, New York. They did all the racetracks up here. We got a bunch of racetracks up here. Maple Grove, which is 2 hours from my house.
Hey, Jim Thomas. Jim Thomas has air conditioning when he rolls down the window. He wants to tilt his Nova. He wants to tilt my Nova hood. I'll
tell you, man. Today it was really hot in the gasser. I mean, just coming from work, I'm only about 7-8 miles from work, maybe 10. And man, the heat still, even with those headers wrapped, it's coming through the firewall. That's why it's like I love the look of the Raptor and the idea of the Raptor. But at the end of the day, I'm going to have to put kill mat down on that floor and carpet it and just try to insulate against that heat a little bit. It's pretty intense.
Martin invited us all to London to be his guests.
That's nice. Awesome.
Jazz is down to do the power tour, and so I saw some spray bomb, I think. Yeah, spray bomb too.
I'm going to be honest though, the gasser has good street manners. I could long drive that car. I'd have to prove it first. It has to prove itself first, and it has not done that yet. I'd love to take that. I'd love to take that C30, man. I love that truck, man.
So you got a couple people that said they would do it with you.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I said. It's like, maybe we'll go down in a pack, Chaz, get a bunch of people. Like, well, I know my brother would probably go. I'd have to let him drive most of the time, though, because he gets motion sickness. That's the one drawback of my brother. Like if he's not driving, he gets motion sick. Ever since we were kids.
Where's Cruising the Coast?
That's out in California.
Oh.
I would think about it, Chaz, but it's like, well, I'd have to find out how much they'd want to haul the car out there and haul the car back. I mean, I don't want to give away the farm for an event, but that does sound like fun.
Kevin's saying he's doing Cruising the Coast this year. His sister-in-law lives in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Oh, is that in Mississippi?
Yeah.
I thought it was California. I don't know. Is Dan, are you even still in here? He would know. He was talking to the people.
Well, it sounds like Kevin and Robbie know because they're both saying Mississippi.
Well, maybe I could do that one. I don't know. Okay. I'll look it up on the internet.
One wants to know if anybody wants to do a live stream. Just throwing it out there in case you didn't see that. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I didn't sleep last night.
What'd you say?
One said, does anybody want to start a live stream in 15 minutes or an hour and 15? Let's keep this evening going and stretch it out with a few more channels going live.
Kim didn't sleep last night, one. The doctor got her on steroids.
I'm not going yet, Becky. I'm not doing another live stream. But thank you for saying. Yeah, I'm on steroids now, so they messed me up.
Thanks, Andy. I appreciate that, man. Help Joe Rockhead out. That's right. Help me out. Well, now I'm excited because Mississippi is not that far. I could maybe do that one.
It's like, that sounds like, that's all the way down. So that's like a good 14, 16 hours to drive there.
Right.
All right. Just like.
I know. I'll have to talk to Danny and see if he wants to do it. I just go hog wild on that truck or try to go hog wild and drive that dang gasser for enough.
Chaz says it's not until October, so that helps.
That you know what else, Chaz? That helps for temperatures on the gas. If I did go and want to take the gasser, it would help.
Probably still hot in Mississippi at that time of year.
Well, it's not that bad. Well,
Try to stop until you hit the Gulf of Mexico.
Kevin said it's a 10-hour drive for him.
Yeah, and he's in Oklahoma.
Well, I guess I'd have to look Biloxi. We'll look up Biloxi, Mississippi.
I'm telling you. That's where Julie was, down there.
Okay. Well, you act like it's the end of the world, honey. It's a road.
It's
a road trip.
It's further than the Nationals.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Is it further than the Nationals? I don't think so.
The Nationals are where? In Tennessee?
No.
Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Yeah, it's further than the Nationals.
I'm gonna. I have to go on here and see.
Oh my God. Let's just see.
Well,
Robbie said, yes, it is. Randy Ryan says twice as far. Kevin says, yes.
MISSI.
Becky made pancakes. Let's go to Becky's for pancakes. Old School Garage says it's an 8-hour drive for him, and he's in Florida. Randy Ryan said, stop drinking. Robbie said, way further.
Well, I'm trying to figure it out here. It's giving me a hard time. It won't tell me.
Ooh, crepes. Crepes, pancakes are all good.
It's to Mississippi is 15 hours and 20 minutes. So
and then you got to go a lot further because you got to go all the way to the coast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty far. So I don't know. We'll see.
No, he did not do well in geography.
I don't know. What do I know? I don't know too much.
Randy Run said, "Stop drinking." I'm right.
Well, I thought it was in I thought it was in California.
First you thought it was in California.
So I could see how much it would take to trailer a car down there. They got those transports. How much is it to get it down there? How much is it to get it back? Prearrange everything, fly down. Because, these cars are fun. But let's face it, you don't want to road trip these things for too long.
It is closer than California. We've
established that.
Yes.
When we've long hauled, honey, we did it. We drove.
Yeah, when we were in our 20s.
We drove from California to Philadelphia twice, and Northern California, mind you. We in both times we took the southern route because it was wintertime and we didn't want to get stuck. In Donner's Pass. So we went down south and took that route. And when we got to Bakersfield, then we went up north in California.
Jed Clampett thinks it's California. That's from Maui.
California is the place you ought to be. When I heard cruising the coast, because there's not a better coast than California. There's just not.
I would disagree with that.
How so?
There's better coast than California.
How? Route 1? Did you ever cruise Route 1? We were on Route 1 for a very short time. Or is it 10? The one that rides the coast, the coastal
101?
The coastal highway, whatever it is.
Come to the Oregon coast, see? I bet Oregon coast is nice. I bet Maine coast is nice. I bet the Gulf Coast is nice. When they're not getting hurricanes.
Oh, man, that's a grind, Spray Bomb. That is a grind. 22 hours, nonstop.
Bye, Becky.
Bye, Becky.
Have fun with your grandkids.
Yeah. See, there you go. His brother lives right off of it. Ryan D. Ryan has been coasting through life. That's great. Car events and stuff like that's great, but what Dan and Danielle did, that's a grind. Think about that. They did 3 times as many miles as everybody else just to get there, and then.
Good night, Daniel.
Somebody's beeping me.
14 hours on the highway. I hate driving that long.
It doesn't bother me too much as long as I'm comfortable.
That sounds like a good trip, country boy. Motorcycle down the Pacific Coast Highway and camped in the Redwoods and back to Oregon. We almost went to Oregon. Remember we almost went with Josh?
Yeah. We got friends up there.
Bye, Martin. Thanks for coming in.
We got Navy friends up in Oregon. Josh and Hope.
Yeah. We almost drove up back home with them. I don't know why we didn't.
When you went home to from California to visit your mom, me, Josh, and Hope, and
the Redwoods.
with Jason White, and man, was that fun! The trees were incredible. We were just me and my buddy Glenn were just talking about the Redwoods today. That area is incredible.
One. There you go. Old school said you got to do the A1A in Florida. The east coast of Florida.
All right.
Torp's driven from one side of Canada to the other, just not in one trip.
I'm all for sightseeing, but I want to be comfortable doing it. It's like Kim is a homebody, to say the least, but she'll go places, but she's got to be comfortable. That just was like what it was when we're looking at the race car. I could go get it. I could cheap out and get a race car, go to the race car trailer and go to the Nationals this year. But I don't want to deal with having to sell it, and it's not what we want. I want the one with the bathroom, the air conditioning, and the awning, so I can put the car under the awning, and we live in the trailer when we go where we go.
Randy Ryan drove 12 hours today.
Ooh.
And his wife. Him and his wife.
Yeah, and you had air conditioning and all the comforts, and that's tough when you're driving a hot rod and you ain't got no AC, and
We're not too far away from Allentown, Monty. We're about an hour south of Allentown. An hour and 10 minutes.
hour, 10, 20 minutes.
Bye, Robbie.
Take it easy, Robbie.
Have a good weekend. Have a great holiday.
Yeah, this is going to be a good weekend. Kim and I don't have to be work. Do you go back Monday
Wednesday.
or Wednesday? Kim and I are both off till Wednesday. So we're locked in this house till Wednesday together. So has anybody ever seen that movie with Jack Nicholson, The Shining?
Bye, Mark.
All right, Mark, take it easy.
Fix the Nova then, BW.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, he is working on it.
I've been playing around and playing around. It's like
Bye, Floyd.
right now I'm
Have
on
a
the
good
fence.
weekend.
I'm on the fence whether I want to get complete frame rails in the back, but I got to cut the trunk out before I make that decision. But we're probably going that way. I don't want no junk. Take it easy, Floyd. Appreciate you,
Chaz
brother.
is off till Wednesday too. It's nice to be at 4-day weekend.
It is. I don't have to worry about nonsense.
Johnny.
The only way they're going to get me in and break up my weekend is if it's Sunday, and that's it. I'm not going in any other day. I can't go in Monday because I'm on a vacation day, and Saturday's our day to be together. So I'm not going in unless it's Sunday.
Be safe, Tony. Have a great weekend. Have a good 4th. Old schools. My weekend is Sunday through Tuesday. Wow, Mrs. K, you're always working. She finally got 4 days off. Good for you, Mrs. K.
You are. You work harder than anybody in here. She's always working.
Except Big Job Ford.
Well, big job for her. I don't think any of us can beat Ron. Not on a work day.
Oh, that's a cool little piece of trivia there, country boy. It's filmed in Oregon. Torp's off indefinitely.
I can't wait until I'm off indefinitely. Every time I scratch a lottery ticket, all I can think about, I just don't want to go back to work. I'll work. I'll do stuff.
You have a good 4th too, Henry.
Take it easy, Henry.
Yeah, Big Job's working. Laying that asphalt.
Yep.
Yep, we're in PA.
I don't like no firecrackers, Howie.
You used to. You and Linquist used to.
We were kids. You're going to go back to late 20s, early 30s. Now I'm grumpy. I yell at people to do it.
Oh, there you go. Old school. He's got family in Lancaster. That's like an hour west.
What?
Allentown's an hour north.
Lancaster's basically where I got the Nova, in that area. In that, well, yeah, I guess it was past Chester County. I guess I was up into Lancaster County where I got that Nova.
Oh, wow. One thinks he's getting a bobcat. Not the actual animal.
No, I got it. That Bobcat.
Yeah, they're going to start, Howie. It's going to start soon. I'm surprised we haven't heard any yet tonight.
I'm just grateful that for the one thing that my little dog is deaf now. He can't really hear it anymore because I used to just it's too much. It's too much for the little guy.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. K. You have a great weekend. You stay safe.
There we go. We are at the end of the show. I had fun today. All right. I hope everybody else had fun. Dude, have a great weekend. Let us know what you guys did, and we'll catch you all next time. Take care, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
There you go.